What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. Amra, I think the sound is on. We're here. We're live. Let me know how the stream quality is. We are close up and personal here. I want to turn this purple light up in the background. But if you're in here, let me know. Say what's up. I know this lad right here was saying I was going to be an hour late. Look, I had this scheduled for 7:15. We're in here 7:16. It's 7:17 now. We're on time. We're in here live in full effect. How are we? How is everybody doing? Let's see. This purple should get brighter. Boom. Boom. What do we think about that? Should we change the color? We go. What are we feeling? What do we think about that? What do we think about that vibe? Oh, I'm on time, Brock. Oh, I'm on time. How are we doing? We're not messing around on this Monday here. I kind of like the color that I just switched on to. I feel like it looks kind of cool. But we got Brock in here. We got Brendan in here. Let me know. If you're in here, say what's up. We're in here. We're going to do an Underdog fantasy draft. If you're new to Underdog fantasy, let me tell you about it real quick. What we do on this channel is a couple, 2-3 times a week, we hop on here. We do a draft on Underdog fantasy. You draft your team. It's best ball. You never have to think about it again. You draft it. Boom. It's at your best lineup every week. There's no trades. There's no waiver wire. They're running contests all summer long. We got the puppy right now, which is $5 to enter. Top 2 from your 12-man league advance the tournament rounds where there is like $150,000 up top in first place up for grabs. So really exciting stuff. We're going to be doing a puppy today. If you are new and you're not an Underdog Fantasy, I will have a link that sends you right to Underdog Fantasy. It'll put my promo code RON in, and it will match your deposit up to $100. But how are we? My nose is like super itchy. I have a haircut scheduled for Thursday. Things are getting a little bit out of pocket in terms of beard and just overall hair. My hair looks crazy right now. But we're out here. We're in here in full effect. I don't know why I'm struggling right now, but we're in here. How are we? Let me know. How's everybody's Mondays been? Start to the week. Let's pin this. Or wait, no, I already have it pinned. I'm all over the place. Okay, so we have it already pinned in the chat. We have it pinned in the comments. At the top of the description, use that link. It gets you to Underdog Fantasy. It uses promo code RON. It's a beautiful thing. But how are we? We're going to be doing a puppy draft here any second now. If I can just get this pulled up on the screen. Let's go here. If anybody out there wants to hop in with us, we're going to be hopping into a puppy 2 right here. $1 million in prizes, just $5 to enter. That green bar is how full this is. This is going to fill soon, fellas. 78.8% full. If you're new, you got to hop in these before they close. They're not going to be here for long. 78.8% full. This thing is not going to last till Wednesday. But here we go. Enter. Boom. Anybody out there that wants to hop in, get a draft in against me, there you go. We got a couple of spots open. We got 2 spots open right now. Who you got tonight? Probably the Nuggets. Isn't it in Denver tonight? I think the Heat are going to be struggling, but it seems like every time their back's against the wall, they do come back. Let me turn on my AC real quick. Now that you can see the entire screen, I don't know that I like this color, this red color behind me. I'm gonna mess around with it real quick. What do we think about this red color? If I bring down the brightness, no. I want it to maybe more like orangey, like peachy. What do we think about that? And we bring the brightness down a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks dumb, and we'll probably go back to the purple here soon. But that's what we'll have up there for now. Let me go blow my nose, dude. I'm a mess. Actually, I have nothing to blow my nose with. So we're just out here. I'm a mess. It's all good. It's Monday. We're in a draft. That's all that really matters here. Let me just get this all sized up correctly. I don't know why I'm struggling, but I am. Just gonna have to respect it. All right, let's get everything in formation here. Feel free to ask me any redraft questions, any dynasty questions. I'm in here just to hang out with you guys, take some questions, ping pong some topics around. What do we got? You saying I'm early as fuck? Am I feeling all right? Hey, I'm in here. Decided we'd get one in here. Wow, 106 McCaffrey. Give me 106 McCaffrey all day. That is very fun. 106 McCaffrey. ADP of like 3 or 4 right now. I'll take that all day long. I will take that all day long. Brock, you're saying work sucks right now? Hate to hear it. Brock, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for work? I'm curious. We got Ben. Man, I don't even want to try that last name. Fujiri? Ben Fujiri at the 101. Let me know if any of you other guys are in here. I'm trying to see. I don't see anything that stands out. But what do we think about McCaffrey at 6, fellas? I'm stoked about that. I think that's like the furthest I've seen McCaffrey fall. McCaffrey at 6. That is great. We got Pionio at 13. Another crazy sounding name. Where are your new rookie tight ends dropping? Nobody would care enough about my rookie tight end rankings if I dropped them on YouTube. But they are on the Patreon. Patreon.com/Ron Stewart. I have my RS grades in there. I have my like prospect grades of them, and then I also have my dynasty rankings of the tight ends all in there. But yeah, it's just because like a rookie tier list at tight end, nobody would really care about. We got Cali Jose in here. What's going on? You said, goddamn, bro was on time, so I couldn't join. Hey, man. Hey, man. Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. All right, this is going to be JT or Saquon for me. JT or Saquon. Man, I think in my rankings, I have Saquon over Jonathan Taylor. I have Saquon over Jonathan Taylor, but let me just take the guy with the earlier ADP. Huh. Yeah, I just think it'll be a more unique combination to just take the one with the slightly lower ADP, just because we got McCaffrey a little bit late there. I don't think that there'll be many McCaffrey Jonathan Taylor teams in general, but we'll see. Saquon Johnson's going in round 2 to 3 in redrafts next year. I hope so. I've been drafting a lot of him in round like 7. Ron, any auction leagues you play or know somebody that has some auction content? Man, auction content for me is such a blind spot. I have no experience in auction leagues, and I don't know of anybody that's like auction specific. But they're kind of just the wild, wild west, to be honest with you. There's some people out there that drop rankings that have auction money values in them, which is interesting. How far do you think Saquon falls in redraft with this potential holdout? Because it's still kind of early, I would say not at all, really. But if the holdout starts to get more serious, then probably like early 3rd. He probably gets bumped back to this tier with like Ramondre in them. And I guess he's already kind of like in the mix there. But yeah, like Ramondre, Jacobs, like that area. That's probably how I would look at it. I also can't. I also have Saquon and JT like a clear tier ahead of Pollard and Chubb. I don't see a world where I take either of them over JT and Saquon, even though I do like Chubb and Pollard for this year, but I don't know that I love that ordering. Also, Olave at 16 over Chubb, Pollard, JT, Saquon is pretty brutal to me. What else we got? But yeah, ask me any redraft questions, dynasty questions. If you got if you got any trades sitting in your inbox, let me know. Let me know. I'm down to answer questions. Make sure you like the stream. We're going to be in here till the end of this draft, hanging out with you guys, talking ball. But how are we? Wow, this guy went Hurts and Mahomes. I think that's going to be more common than you think. I saw a screenshot before I got on here on Twitter where somebody did that. I've been messing around with double elite quarterback. I think you can get away with it because it'll be unique enough that nobody else will really want to try it, and you could just dominate quarterback scoring in your pod. It is tough though. It is tough though going like round 2, round 3. Like I would rather go instead of like 2 guys from this like top tier of like Hurts, Mahomes, Allen. I'd almost rather dip my toe in the other tiers of quarterback if I'm going to double up, like a Herbert, Lamar build. Dude, are we going to go 3 straight running backs? We're going to go 3 straight running backs and not draft another running back here. Like, if Jacobs is going to be here at 306, we're taking Jacobs at 306. Like, if Breece is going to be off the board, like, yeah. And we're done at running back. That'll be it. All of their bye weeks line up as well, where all 3 of them will be on my team in terms of just, like, we'll always have 2 running backs active. You can see – can I bring it up here? No. That's so annoying, but it's whatever. But their bye weeks are all not the same. Now, I don't usually start a draft 3 running backs, but this has been so wide receiver crazy in this room. I'm fine doing it. And we just won't take another running back this draft. What else we got in here? Medical scribe waiting to go to med school or maybe grad school. Haven't decided yet after graduating college in 2021. Makes sense. Double hero RB is sick this year. Yeah, we'll try and hit triple hero RB. Said Browns are making the playoffs this year. I don't hate that call. Auction seems to be league specific. Yeah, exactly. There's no it's tough to have like a far and wide auction league strategy. Like it seems like every league is its own ecosystem, you know? Ron rocking the dual RB tech. Hey, triple RB tech now. Maybe talk me into power, but agree in that tier break. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. You could talk me into it, but there's just more questions there. What do you protect for the Jets this year? 9-8, 10-7 sounds about right. Yeah, I'd say 10-7 is probably my expectation. 10-7 probably the expectation. We got Chris Diaz in here. What's going on, my boy? You gave up Ridley in a 24 first for Garrett Wilson? I don't mind that at all. You said, what's up, Ron? Never thanked you for the help last year. Helped me win $5K in the Pomeranian. Love to hear it, Riley. Congrats on that, dude. I'm yet to bring home a crazy prize from one of these season-long tournaments. I've only been lucky enough in the like week-to-week ones. But we're trying this year. Just know that. We're gonna go McLaurin. Washington gives us a nice bring back on our San Fran with McCaffrey there. And we'll see what makes it back to us. I kind of think McLaurin's getting slept on these days. Like, if Sam Howell is any good, like, McLaurin could be a stud. He also has good spike week potential, just being a high 8-out wide receiver. You said 103 took Kelsey and didn't take Mahomes. Yeah, maybe he thought Mahomes would make it back to him after taking Ramondre, but what do you know? Said Fields falling. Yeah, I agree. I've been taking a good chunk of Fields. If anybody wants an absolute lock for basketball tonight, I'm putting the bet down myself. We're going Michael Porter Jr. over. Or I wonder if is there a Michael Porter Jr. pick'em? Higher, lower? This might be a dumb thing to look at right now. What's the points on Michael Porter Jr.? Anything under 11, you have to smash that over. 11 points. 11 points. That one's tough. If it was 10.5, I would say smash the higher. I still think 11's a good number to smash the higher on, but a little bit rougher. What else we got going? High T Ron, yeah, dude. Bro. You guys are gonna look up one of these days and be like, damn, like that boy Ron is swole as hell. That boy Ron is swole as hell. Your wide receiver is gonna be terrible. Well, look, that's the deal. If you take 3 straight running backs, your wide receivers are gonna be tough. You aware of Barkley news? Yeah. I don't see him actually sitting out, man. Loving the start, probably gonna hate your wide receiver room, but flexing Jacobs is gonna be nice. Yeah, I agree. High T drafter, dude. I am high T, my boy. Look, dude. I've been the 0 RB, bro. You guys know. I draft wide receivers, but if I'm going to be in a room where you let me take Christian McCaffrey at the 106, and then Jonathan Taylor at the 207, and then Josh Jacobs at the 306, like I'm just going to keep taking running backs because I do not give a bollocks. High T drafter. Like, that is me. I'm like half joking, but the thing is, like, you guys know about me, like I'm never scared to take the best value on the board. Man, I'm taking Herbert, dude. I've been taking a lot of Herbert, man. 5th round Herbert. If we're gonna be paying 2nd round, third, like 2-3 round turn for Hurts, Mahomes, Allen, Herbert in the 5th round is maybe the best value of all the quarterbacks. It wouldn't shock me at all if Herbert had a QB1 overall finish. He has the best offensive system he's been in. Like, he's scored points, and he is just absolutely fireman carried Lombardi. Who the hell? Can't think of the like old running back coach that was his head coach early on, but he's like a running back coach for the Lions now. The hell is this guy's name, dude? But yeah, his offensive coordinators haven't even been that great, and he has still found the way to like pass for like over 5,000 yards or pass for like over 30 touchdowns, just like being absolutely insane. He scrambles more than you would think. He's 6'6", like the sky is the limit. He has the best weapons he's ever had. You're getting a clear discount because he wasn't good last year because of injury. Like, to me, Justin Herbert is just a very obvious like player that I think if he plays 17 games, I don't see how he doesn't return positive win rates. What was I trying to check out? Oh yeah, I wanted to see who the coach. Oh, Anthony Lynn, that's who it was that I was thinking of. But yeah, he like dragged Anthony Lynn, who sucked. Like, he dragged Joe Lombardi. Like, Lombardi sucks. Like, he has like the guy with the craziest arm in the NFL. Like being top 10. Or like bottom 10 in average depth of target the last couple of years. This has to be wide receiver. We're going to go with Mike Evans. I've been loving taking the Tampa Bay guys. Evans, huge spike week potential. I think Baker's a little more capable than we think. If Brady was still there, Mike Evans would be what, like a 2-3 turn round pick? Or a mid-third? Like, if Brady was still in Tampa Bay, like, I think after Debo and DK, I think that he goes right here. I think he goes right in this like Calvin Ridley, Keenan Allen area. Mike Evans with Brady, and similar thing with Godwin. I think Godwin would even be like maybe even a tier ahead of that, like right next to Debo and Metcalf. So I'll if you're gonna price in the quarterback change, then I'll take that discount. The Tampa Bay team might not be good either. Like, they might have to pass the ball more than we think. Baker's had good years before. I just used your list and converted it to my auction league. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would just take my rankings and then just like sort of develop auction values from there. Why did Kelsey go at 3? The guy just wanted him. I mean, in best ball, when you can't stream tight end, like having an elite tight end is a huge advantage, but I agree. Like, I wouldn't Kelsey at 3 is not something I would do personally. Ayuk with the 107 in a 1 quarterback league. I'm trying to think of who the 107 would be. So QJ would be gone, JSN, Addison gone. I guess like Flowers would be gone. Who are you looking at the 107 and 1 quarterback? Why am I blanking on this? Like, would it be like, are you thinking about like Charbonnet there? Because at running back, you have Bijan gone, Gibbs gone, JSN, Addison, QJ, Flowers. Yeah, dude. I think probably give me Ayuk. What else we got in here? I like wide receivers like Terry, Godwin, Pittman, and full PPR. More talented players, volume monsters, lower TD upside. Yeah, I think that's priced in a little bit. I like the Godwin a little bit more just because I think that he's been efficient in years past. I mean, that'll go down with quarterback play, and then Terry is at least like a high ADOT guy. Pittman is pretty tough for me just overall, though. Any chance you can explain how puppies work? Yeah, I can explain how they work. Let me just make this pick. I would love. I keep doing this. We'll see what Zamili does here. Yeah, I keep taking Justin Herbert and stacking him with Quentin Johnston. And I'm just absolutely thrilled with that. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So how the puppies work is you pay $5, which is like the lowest entry point to have for any of these tournaments. $5 to enter, $1 million in prizes. You have $150,000 to first place. It's best ball. So you draft your team. You don't have to set waivers. You don't have to trade or anything. It sets the best lineup every week. And the top 2 teams out of your 12-man league. So I'm drafting this 12-man league. The top 2 advance. And from there, you have 3 rounds. Week 15, 16, 17. You have like a pod for each, right? So you're in like a 20-team-ish pod, I think, or 50-ish team pod. Top scoring teams advance to the next round. Same thing there. And then you have like your final round, week 17. Probably like around like 200-ish teams. And their best week 17 score, just from there, it's the leaderboard down, your week 17 score, and that's where they assign all of those big prizes. I think there's also regular season prizes as well. So if your team does really well in the regular season, let's see. Well, just a way of putting $5 down, and not like if you play in a $5 fantasy league of just like 12 people, your upside is winning like $60 at most, but if you're in a puppy, you can turn $5 into much more than that. Also, you have a regular season breakdown. So if you have the most points of any team just through the regular season, you get 10,000, 9,000, 8,000, which is a pretty nice little incentive on top in case if you have a really good team that doesn't do well in the playoffs. All right, so let's see. Oh my God, dude. Hope you guys said bless you. Let's do Elijah Moore. I like Elijah Moore here. Why not? All right, geez. Herbert's my highest owned QB. I'm trying to get him there for me. Yeah, Anthony Lynn's the guy I was thinking of. Puppy is the same as BBM with smaller entry fee and smaller prizes. Yep. So 2 job interviews tomorrow for you, Ryan. Good luck, my boy. Nah, I can't do T-Law over Herbo. Cannot do T-Law over Herbo. They are like the same dude, except Justin Herbert, like, his first 2 years, only Mahomes and, like, Cam Newton can go toe-to-toe with them. Like, Herbert versus Trevor Lawrence. The issue is Trevor Lawrence, his best season was QB 12 with 25 passing touchdowns. Justin Herbert had better stats than that in his true rookie year with Anthony Lynn as his play caller. I'm a big fan of Trevor Lawrence. He still has another step to make to close the gap on Justin Herbert. If you just look at the stats, like Herbert's throwing for over 30 passing touchdowns. They both do similar things on the ground. Trevor Lawrence just isn't at that spot yet. I do think that he can close that gap, but I think Trevor Lawrence is priced too high for me. He's not that close to Herbert is really the issue there. Weeks 1 through 14, and then there's the playoff weeks 15 through 17. Yeah, you can't sell me on Lawrence over Herbert. I just don't think that there's a debate there. Yeah, Herbert was hampered with injuries last year. If you just look at his first 2 years, compare his first 2 years with Trevor Lawrence's first 2 years, and it's really not that close. If you just compare, I wonder if I can pull something up here, but it's not even that close. Yeah, I don't know how I would even pull that up. I'm working on it here. Just because I'm curious, to be honest. And then let's also take Andrew Luck's first 2 seasons. All right, so we're on the clock. Meanwhile, I'm kind of being an idiot here. Anthony Richardson is kind of interesting. Let's go A-Rich and call it a day at quarterback. Like, I could take a wide receiver here. We should probably take a wide receiver. It's kind of the issue here. Let's take A-Rich. I think if we're gonna have bad wide receivers, we might as well have a pretty decent advantage at quarterback, where Herbert and Anthony Richardson are going to give us So yeah, this is kind of dumb. Like, this isn't like the most perfect comparison of all time, but here's the three of them through their first 2 years. So Trevor Lawrence has the most games played. He's lost the most games. Like, completion percentage, you have Herbert leading the way. He leads in passing yards, leads the yards per attempt by a ton. Yards per game, he leads by a ton. 69 passing touchdowns to Trevor Lawrence's 37. And Trevor Lawrence played 2 more games. Same amount of interceptions, Herbert and Lawrence. QB rate better for Herbert. I mean, Trevor Lawrence rushes a little bit more, but it's just really not all that close through 2 years. Like Justin Herbert's first 2 years in the NFL, it's tough to find anything as special as that. Is kind of what it comes down to. Again, I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be a really good quarterback. I've been pumping him, since he started kind of turning the corner this year. But I can't get there. His redraft price to me is pretty brutal. Let's get quarterback out of there. Let's probably start. All right, so I want Tyler Boyd here, but I want to start starring some stacking options for our quarterbacks. We already have Quentin Johnson, so that's not a big deal. But Gerald Everett would be nice to add. Palmer would be nice to add. We also have like the Denver bring back we should probably be worrying about with like Dolchich, Mims, Tim Patrick, I think. Probably where that list ends for me. And then Colts to Anthony Richardson. I mean, we already have JT, so I don't really want another Colt. Like, I don't even really think. I mean, we could do a pass catcher. Jelani Woods would be fun. And then Colts play Raiders, so why not sort of see? I mean, they have Myers, Renfro, Mayer makes sense. All right. Now we're all good to go. But yeah, that was my Justin Herbert, like, dumb, like, looking at. Like, I just can't stress enough, and I can't put it into words, like, in terms of a quarterback's first 2 seasons, it's like, I mean, in terms of real life, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's Mahomes, it's Herbert, and it's kind of the rest. Depending on how you feel, like, Cam Newton's first 2 years are crazy, but that's like more from a fantasy perspective. I'm trying to think from like real life football. I guess like Burrow was pretty solid through his first 2 years, but I don't think quite like Herbert. It's crazy. What do you think is the best strategy for best ball? And do you have a video on it? It's really just about like positional allocation. So if you draft running backs early, you shouldn't draft a lot of them. If you draft the wide receivers early, you shouldn't draft a lot of them. But yeah, if you look at my channel, I have 2 videos. They're called Underdog Best Ball like 101. If you just look up Underdog Best Ball 101, Ron Stewart. That'll come up for you. I'm probably gonna do another one soon though. What else we got in here? Is trying to go for the Kelsey Mahomes stack in round 1 and 2 worth it? Yeah. Their spike weeks match up a lot. Like you're compounding your like advantage by taking both of them. All right, we're on the clock now. Is there anybody that sticks out at all? Washington, Tampa Bay, Chargers, Cleveland, Cincinnati. Let's take Nico Collins here. Actually, let's take Rashee Rice. Why not? Why not take a rookie wide receiver on the Chiefs? Like, what if he's good? That's really all it comes down to. Any thoughts on my Dalton Schultz take above? I don't mind Dalton Schultz when he gets to me. But I'm not crazy about him because I don't, like, the ceiling isn't really there. But I do agree he's probably undervalued at this point. Yeah, I agree. Herbert could go for 40 plus TDs, 5,000 passing yards. It's really only a matter of time until he like wins a MVP or something. Like he's really special. Mixing in a rushing quarterback with Herbert, yeah, I agree. I think it's very fun to go like Herbert and Richardson. Yeah, the thing is that even if you threw the Urban Meyer year away, and you just compared like second seasons, like I'm not going to pull that graphic back up, but it still wouldn't be that close is the crazy part. Andrew Luck had more playoff appearances through his first 2 years than those two bums combined. Or those bums on the screen too. Yeah. Luck was special. Luck was special through his first 2 years. I'll give him that. I think Russell Wilson... I would probably say Russell Wilson gets in there too, as like a guy through his first 2 years that was just like clearly a dude. Mahomes, Lamar, of course. I think you could kind of say RG3 too, man. Hate to see what happened to that boy, but it is what it be. Damn, I would have loved to take Dolchich. So we're still looking at quarterback, or we're still looking at wide receivers here. We really just have to sort of make up the gap. I don't mind going Pierce, but I'm going to pass on it for now. I really like Nico Collins these days. I'm trying to think of what we're going to end up here. We're going to end up with like 2, 3 tight ends, maybe even 4 tight ends in this build and get really weird. Like if you want to get nuts, we'll get nuts. Yeah, Zach is trolling a little bit. Luck was not carried in his first couple years. I can promise. I can't name who were the best players on those Andrew Luck teams the first 2 years. Like, of course, it was T.Y. Hilton. Jeff Saturday around. I guess the tight ends were decent. Like, I think you had maybe like Kobe Fleener. Was that... I'm getting my Colts years mixed up, but they might have had, like, Robert Mathis, Dwight Freeney around that time. Is that Bob Sanders area? Might have been LaRon Landry at safety. Washed Vontae Davis. I'm trying to think. 2-4-8-4. No, I'm probably gonna chill at 3 running backs. Probably 2-3-9-4. But yeah, I don't mean to go on a Trevor Lawrence versus Herbert tangent here. So let me know. What do you guys want to hear? You guys have any trades in your dynasty inbox? Let me know, and I'll comment on them. You guys have any redraft takes you want to get out of me? I'm all yours, baby. Yeah, the 2012 class could have been really special. It's such a shame, dude. Such a shame. The Luck stuff is such a shame. Like, RG3 and Andrew Luck is, like, the most heartbreaking stuff ever. How was your start to this draft? Oh, yeah, I forget that some people just, like, join halfway and they have no clue how I started. But we went super high T here. You can see I'm Ron Stewart out of the 6th spot. We go McCaffrey, JT, Jacobs out the gate. And then we're just trying to make up ground at wide receiver and everywhere else. So we go McLaurin, Herbert, Evans... QJ, Elijah Moore, A-Rich, Boyd, Rashee Rice, Nico Collins. Still trying to claw our way back, make up the gap at wide receiver. Is taking Tank Bigsby on ETN teams good or bad? I would say it's probably bad. I mean, you can get away with it because, like, I think the only time that, like, handcuffing the same backfield is probably a really bad idea is with, like, the Seahawks, where they spend, like, 2 top 9 round picks. Next pick is 163. Give me Everett. Like, I don't love... It's kind of reaching on Everett here, but we kind of need to... kind of have to secure that stack there, so... I don't know. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, I wouldn't... I'm not taking Bigsby on my ETN teams. You can do it. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me because you're kind of betting, like... The way that Bigsby pays off is for ETN to get hurt, so it's kind of like a conflicting thing. You think you got the puppy winner from your one spot? J. Jeff, T, Breeze, Fields, and Trevor Lawrence, Kirk, Pitts. It's a fun team. It's a fun team. I don't have any strong opinions about this team, but it is strong. They also don't realize, like, I think Andrew Luck was a guy, too, who, like, his interceptions aren't going to be awful interceptions from, like, an EPA standpoint. Like, a lot of the time it's going to be on, like, 3rd and longs or, like, 4th downs or, you know, out of field goal range but past the 50. But, yeah, young quarterbacks throw interceptions as well. Like, it's not the end, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the end of the world for your rookie quarterback to throw picks, just kind of how it is. Would you rather win BBM or see your Jets get a Super Bowl W? You can only pick one. Wow. Dude, I got to be honest with you, man. Like, I gotta be straight up with you, Sean. Like, I think, like, this is irresponsible. This is irresponsible. But I think I would prefer a Super Bowl win. I really do. And I want to win a Best of Mania so bad, and I would love the millions of dollars, but a Super Bowl win would be so special to me. It'd be so special, dude. To not have won one until, like, 1972 or whatever. Like, dude, my parents were in diapers when the Jets last won a Super Bowl, dude. Like, if I could see one in my lifetime, especially if it could be now with, like, this Aaron Rodgers team and all the buzz with Sauce and everything, like, man. Am I being a privileged little white boy, though, for not taking this $4 million? Probably, but I think I would take a Super Bowl win. I know that sounds crazy, but I really think I would. Thoughts on Christian Watson? He's priced pretty much at his ceiling. But year 2 wide receivers that have spike week potential like Christian Watson are, like, rarely a bad bet. What's your favorite start to a draft? So many different strategies this year. I've been talking about it a lot, but because running backs are falling so late, like you can see here, like, literally, what is this? Like, 1, 2, 3. Like, the RB4 went in the middle of the second round. It's get in and get out with your elite wide receivers. So you take your elite wide receivers. I think the elite wide receivers are done after Amon-Ra St. Brown to me. So you take 1 to 2 of those, and then you can hammer these running backs from, like, Chubb through Jacobs. I really like. So if you can go, like, I kind of like if I was here, like, taking, you know, Diggs, JT, I guess Najee here. If it was me and somebody actually took McCaffrey where he should have taken McCaffrey, you could have gone, like, you know, Diggs, JT, Jacobs, and that's a really fun start. So kind of taking elite wide receiver in rounds 1 and 2, and then taking some running backs in rounds, like, 2 through 4, and kind of reverse engineering, like, a double hero RB start where you start with a wide receiver, and then you go from there. I agree. Such a shame that Luck retired, man. You said, what's your exposure to Jordan Love? It's not very high, my boy. It's not very high. I mean, he's he's priced pretty high, man. The issue for me with a lot of these late round quarterbacks, like from Derek Carr on, I'll show you guys this tier in a second, but, like, I just find myself. Okay, so this is gonna be okay. Let's take Renfro here, and we'll probably just take tight ends to finish this draft. We'll see. I think that's probably what's gonna end up happening. We have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we'll probably end this draft with 4 tight ends. But let me see. Let me see what my exposure is right now. It's not going to be very high, I'll tell you that. So in terms of like my post-draft teams right now, my post-draft teams love 2%. I have him on 2% of teams. He's just not a target for me. Like, again, it's just hard because I think I would prefer Young to him. Like, Bryce Young to me, I think is like one of the best quarterback values right now. Where did he go? Pick 170. Like, I have a tough time taking Jordan Love. Like, Jordan Love's, his weapons aren't great, you know? Like, I mean, like, Christian Watson and Romeo Dobbs are cool. He doesn't have, like, a true... Like, Watson's unproven. Watson could be a very strong wide receiver 1, but he's unproven. He's working with, like, rookie tight ends. Like, I don't know. I mean, at least he's a toolsy guy, right? Where he has, like, a big arm and he's a big boy and he scrambles a little bit, so you have some upside there. But it's kind of priced in. Like, where he goes, like, give me Russell Wilson and Goff over him every time. I would probably take Kyler over him straight up too. And then I would probably take Bryce Young over Jordan Love straight up as well. So that's kind of the issue for me with Jordan Love. Like, I would rather, if we're going to take, like, first-year quarterbacks, like, I would rather, or, like, first full-season quarterbacks as a starter, I would rather take Ritter and Howell in terms of price versus Jordan Love. So it's just tough for me. I mean, he could, again, he's the right archetype where when he pays off, it's going to be good. But it's tough. You said your Jets are so starved. They really are, dude. What adjustments have I made to my redraft strategy from last year to this year? I'm much more mindful of where I'm taking quarterbacks, what the archetype of quarterbacks I'm taking. Quarterback killed me last year. The elite quarterbacks we liked were Lamar and Kyler, who of like the top 6 were the only that didn't pay off. And then I was chasing a lot of like Dak and Russ and everything, and Trey Lance. So I'm trying to dial in my quarterback strategy, to be honest. I think everything else we played okay. But it's such a different landscape. Like every year, it's a different strategy, really. Let's take Dawson Knox. Why not? I think we're going to take tight ends rest of the way. Hey, Ron, was offered a mid to late 25 first and Zach Evans for my ETN. I'd probably hold on to ETN there. Oh, dude, Dante Moncrief. Dante Moncrief had me fooled, man. I thought he was like a year 3, what am I even trying to say? A year 3 breakout. I remember, like, Fabiano was all over him. That was when I was a young bull in the fantasy space. Just playing with the fellas. Jets def number 2 this year. What does that mean? Behind the Cowboys, I'm assuming? I'll take the $4 million because I know A-Rich is bringing your ring to Indy anyways. Come on. Thanks, man. Respect the grind and all your knowledge. I appreciate that. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm kind of an idiot, but I do appreciate it. Yeah, hit the like button. If you're in here, hit the like button. We got like 80 people in here. You guys have been great. Again, let me know what else y'all got for me. You're staying away from the Packers? Yeah, Christian Watson's price is so brutal. I was so ready to be in on him. His year 2 like projection looks a lot like Amon-Ra St. Brown, where he had like a really strong stretch and he should be good. But Amon-Ra St. Brown was like a 6th round pick. You're paying 4th round for Christian Watson. I mean, if Amon-Ra St. Brown was a 4th round pick last year, he likely still pays off, and that's kind of the argument with Christian Watson. But it's like, man, that's tough. You said I'm really high on Howell. He has sneaky good rushing upside. Oh yeah. Sneaky good rushing upside, and he really shouldn't have been a 5th round pick in that draft. I really don't know what happened with the quarterbacks in that draft. But Howell, Ritter, Malik Willis all had no business not being at least 2nd round picks in my eyes. You can say, like, I guess NFL teams could be justified after seeing what Malik Willis put on the field last year, but quarterbacks suck. Like, we've seen 2nd round picks, Christian Hackenberg, Drew Lock suck. But in terms of what NFL teams have coveted, to me, those guys were 2nd round picks. Like Sam Howell being a 5th round pick is just absurd. Like, that's just straight up foul by the NFL for doing that. But yeah, Sam Howell, the rushing upside is there. In his one game last year, like, he scored points in his only start, so he's exciting. I agree. And they have a good structure in place too, where they have like Bieniemy who came in. Their offensive line's not like god awful. McLaurin's there, Dotson, Curtis Samuel. Like, you got some weapons there. What are we doing, Zamili 10? You said underdog key is QB. Yeah, it's really just a matter of picking the right ones and structuring things well. We might have one Super Bowl, but it's arguably the most important one. People don't understand how important the Jets Super Bowl is, but I mean, I could talk people's ear off about the Jets Super Bowl run until their ears bleed. The guarantee, like one of the biggest underdog Super Bowl history, put the AFC and the AFL on the map for the first time. They were seen as like as little brother to those guys. Huge. If you think Joe Burrow is cool, just imagine being around in the 70s for Broadway Joe. And he was famous before social media and like all of this, like Joe Burr, like kind of pumping him on social media accounts. You said the best strategy is just to take the best players, avoid the bad ones. Yeah, essentially. You're saying 183 rushes for 828 yards and 11th senior year, including yards lost from sacks. Who are we talking about, Dylan? Oh, Sam Howell. Yep. Used to stream QBs, but switched to a more year strategy. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, late round quarterback was what, like, I sort of came up on, just like from JJ Zacharyson, and it was a huge advantage. Like, I would be playing with my high school buddies, and some of them would take like Aaron Rodgers in the first round. Like, this is like 2016, 2017, and it was just like, why take Aaron Rodgers that high when I can just take, you know, Mahomes, Lamar, who else were like kind of those late round QB winners? But you get them every year. Even last year, you had Geno Smith and Goff. But it's just with the scrambling, with the best quarterbacks also adding a lot on the ground with Hurts, Allen, Lamar, Mahomes. Like, you're still you can't match the production by streaming quarterback. Like, you used to be able to match the production by streaming quarterback. Now you can get production from a streamer, but you have to make up that production elsewhere. It's kind of how that makes sense. So you have to have, like, I mean, that's what we base our strategy off of, winning the flex and dominating the flex. So if your team is built well and you're stacked through the flex, you can get by with a streaming quarterback. But, oh my God, I wanted Jelani Woods. How are you going to do that to me? How? God damn it, man. Okay, so now I just have to take a random tight end. That is so annoying. I'm going Hunter Henry. Give me Hunter Henry. I think he leads all Patriots tight ends in fantasy scoring. Well, I didn't not from a play strategy, not from a play type, but their rookie years, like, sort of coming on fire down the end, but not like having good prospect profiles. So they're both silver in the RS grades, and they both had like Linsanity stretches during their rookie year. But it's tough to trust them, if that makes sense. Like, you could bundle Chase Claypool in there as well. Like, Chase Claypool heading into year 2. Very similar to Amon-Ra St. Brown and Watson heading into year 2. Ridley or Jahan Dotson in Dynasty? Probably Ridley, but it's very close. What else we got in here? But I think that is going to do it for us today here. We have this NBA Finals game coming up in 10 minutes. Make sure you check out the higher lowers on Underdog. Do they still have them? They do. They'll have them up till 8:40. I'm telling you, I do love the overs for Michael Porter. I do love over or higher 11 points here. Nothing else really stands out. Higher than 11 points is really nice, though. I'm telling you guys, check that out. You can string some other ones together. I don't know if they have any Tyler Hero stuff. Wow, so Tyler Hero, higher, lower, 6.5 points. I don't mind that at all. But yeah, might as well mess around with some higher lowers, see what you can get out of this game tonight. It might be boring, might be awful, might be a blowout. Why not spice it up a little bit? But I am just looking. I had some higher lowers written down that I liked. But I cannot find it. Do you guys want Ronnie Locks here? Ronnie Locks on the channel. What can I give the people that are looking for locks or perusing for locks on the higher lowers? Give me higher than 11 points for MPJ. Give me higher than 6.5 points on Tyler Hero. Give me higher than 7 points on Max Strus. And give me higher on 11 points for Michael Porter. Boom. I'm in Jersey. I can't submit that. But if any of you guys submit that and it cashes, let me know. I'll probably be playing a parlay that looks similar to that myself. It's a shame that in Jersey I can't play one of these, but I like these a bunch. Does anything else stick out? Nah. Nothing else really looks all that nice to me. Nah. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Ronnie Locks. Ronnie 3 locks in the house. But again, this is Underdog Fantasy. This is a slip on Underdog Fantasy. You can do drafts on here, but you can also do pick'ems where you pick higher or lower on like points and assists and rebounds. And for football, they have season-long ones. I'm thinking I saw Mason drop a similar video today. I might look through these seasonal lines and give you guys some picks there as well. Where is it? Football. Why am I being an idiot right now? NBA, WNBA, NFL season. Yeah, but they have these NFL season-long ones. I might sit down, take a look, and kind of like compare them with like Mike Clay projections, and I might look through and give you guys some of my favorite lines here. But they have like season-long lines, which is crazy. On like actual sports books, you're not gonna find. I mean, you'll find a lot of these lines, but they have like deeper lines too, where you can go all the way to like. You're not gonna get DeAndre Swift rushing lines on sports books. You're not gonna get AJ Dillon's. You're not going to get like Dobbins or James Conner or Rashad White or Jeff Wilson. Like there is a massive selection here. So I don't know what you guys think about this, but I think I might just sit down and do some research, look at some Mike Clay projections, and kind of give you guys the ones that I would recommend. But that was Ronnie 3 locks for tonight. Give me the over on Hero points, Strus points, and Porter points. If you run that and you send me a screenshot, maybe I'll do something a little special for you. If you run this parlay and it hits, send me a screenshot. Or if you run this pick'em slip and it hits, send me a screenshot. And we'll do something special if that thing cashes. But I appreciate you guys all for coming out here. Again, if you're new to Underdog Fantasy, promo code Ron. Link is in the description. Link is in the live chat. Link is at the top of the comments below. You click it. It takes you to Underdog Fantasy. It uses my promo code Ron. It'll match your deposit up to $100. You can hop on there, run some higher lowers, run some drafts up. It is a good old time on Underdog Fantasy. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I will see y'all in the next one.